Welcome to Sleep Stories, a place where the noise of the world fades into the rhythm of the deep. Before we begin our journey into the Arctic Abyss tonight, take a moment to truly settle into your space. Adjust the weight of your blankets, feel the support of the mattress beneath you, and let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Imagine you are shedding the heat and the busyness of the day, preparing to enter a zone of total, crystalline safety, a sanctuary where time has no power over you. If you find peace in these journeys, please consider subscribing to our community of restful explorers. Your support allows us to continue building these quiet worlds for you to visit every night. Take a moment to settle into your space. Adjust your pillow, feel the weight of your blankets, and let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Imagine you are standing on the edge of the world. You are on the great Arctic ice shelf. The air here is so cold it feels thin and pure, smelling of nothing but salt and frozen minerals. Beneath your boots is a sheet of white that stretches for 1,000 miles. There's a lead in front of you, a jagged, zigzagging crack in the ice where the dark blue blood of the ocean is visible. You lean forward, letting go of the heavy, freezing air above. As you slip into the water, the transition is seamless. You are no longer a creature of gravity. You are a creature of buoyancy. The silence is immediate. It isn't the hollow silence of a room. It is a dense, vibrating quiet that holds you. You look up at the ceiling of the world. The underside of the ice is a chaotic, beautiful sculpture of turquoise and deep emerald, lit from above by a sun that feels 1,000,000 miles away. You begin to sink, your body straight and relaxed, moving down like a feather in slow motion through a cathedral of glass. Did you know that, under the Arctic ice, sound travels 4 times faster than it does in the air? Because the water is so dense and cold, a low-frequency sound, like the song of a bowhead whale, can travel through the entire basin of the Arctic Ocean, vibrating through the water for thousands of miles without ever losing its clarity. As you descend past 10 meters, then 20, the turquoise light turns into a darker, richer teal. You see them now, the brinicles. These are sea stalactites, hollow tubes of ice formed by super-cold salt water sinking from the ice above. They look like delicate, frozen fingers reaching down into the dark. Imagine the texture of these ice pillars. They are fragile, almost crystalline, glowing with a ghostly white light against the dark blue water. You drift between them, feeling the slight temperature shift as you pass through plumes of extra salty water. The pressure of the ocean begins to press gently against your skin. It is a comforting pressure, like a firm, warm hug from the water itself. It signals to your nervous system that you are supported. You don't need to move a single muscle. The ocean is doing the work for you, pulling you deeper into its blue-black heart. You are moving into the mesopelagic, the twilight zone of the north, where the water is a constant, unmoving stillness. Did you know that the Arctic Ocean is the smallest and shallowest of the world's major oceans, yet it acts as the lungs of the planet? It holds a massive current known as the global conveyor belt. Cold, salty water sinks here and flows all the way to the southern hemisphere, a journey that takes nearly 1,000 years to complete. The light is nearly gone now. You are in a world of bruised sapphire and indigo. The only light comes from within. Suddenly, a shape emerges from the dark. It is vast, moving with a slowness that defies time. This is the Greenland shark. Its skin is rough and gray, like weathered stone. It does not swim so much as it drifts, its tail moving in a rhythm so slow it matches your own heartbeat. This shark has been swimming these same waters for over 400 years. It was a young creature when the first wooden ships sailed these seas. Look into its clouded, ancient eye. It has seen centuries of silence. It is the guardian of this cold desert. As it glides past you, you feel the displacement of the water, a slow, heavy wave that lulls you even deeper into your own mind. You are shedding the years, the hours, and the minutes. Here, time is measured in centuries, not seconds. You are safe in the company of the ancient deep. Did you know that Greenland sharks are the longest-lived vertebrates on Earth? Because their metabolism is so slow in the near-freezing water, they only grow about 1 centimeter per year and don't even reach maturity until they are 150 years old. You have crossed the threshold into the midnight zone. Above you, the ice is a memory. Below you, the abyss beckons. But you are not falling into emptiness. You are falling through a blizzard of stars. This is marine snow. Countless white flecks drift past your eyes. Tiny particles of life and history falling from the world above. In the dark, they look like a slow-motion meteor shower. Some of these particles have been falling for weeks, drifting down to feed the creatures of the floor. You feel yourself becoming light, as if you too are a flake of snow drifting in the dark. Your thoughts are moving as slowly as the falling snow. Every breath you take is deeper and quieter than the last. You are entering the most unexplored territory on our planet, a place of absolute, perfect stillness where the weight of the water creates a sanctuary of peace. Did you know that the deep Arctic floor is one of the most mysterious places on Earth? Because it is covered by ice for most of the year. We have better maps of the surface of Mars than we do of the Arctic seabed. It is a biological island where species have evolved in total isolation for millions of years. You are now passing the threshold of 2,000 meters. Here, the water is no longer sapphire or indigo. It is a thick, velvet black. The pressure is immense now, but you do not feel it as a burden. Instead, imagine it as the ocean's own hands, holding you perfectly still, pressing gently against every inch of your body until you feel entirely contained, entirely safe. In this darkness, your other senses begin to bloom. You can almost feel the coldness of the water, a steady, unchanging embrace that never wavers. The world of light and noise is now a distant dream, something happening on another planet. Down here, there is only the rhythmic pulse of the deep. You are a ghost in a liquid forest, descending deeper into a silence so profound that you can finally hear the steady, slow rhythm of your own breathing. Each breath out is a release, a sinking deeper into the soft, dark cushions of the abyss. Were you aware that at these depths, the pressure is equivalent to having an elephant stand on your thumb? Yet, the creatures here are made mostly of water themselves, meaning they feel no weight at all. They exist in a state of perfect, effortless buoyancy that we can only dream of. Wait. Look closely into the dark. A spark of emerald green flickers to your left. Then, a pulse of neon violet to your right. You have entered the realm of bioluminescence. Since there is no sun here, the creatures have become the sun. Imagine a crowned jellyfish drifting past you. It looks like a chandelier made of glass and electricity. When it is startled, it ripples with a blue light that circles its body like a neon sign. It is a burglar alarm in the dark, a silent scream of color. These lights are not bright or harsh, they are soft, glowing embers that fade as quickly as they appear. You are watching a conversation of light, a secret language spoken in the void. You watch the flashes and the glows, feeling your eyes grow heavy as you try to follow the dancing sparks into the deep. Did you know that over 90% of the creatures in the deep ocean are capable of producing their own light? In the darkest places on our planet, bioluminescence is actually the most common form of communication, used to find friends, fool enemies, and light the way through the eternal night. You continue your descent. A new warmth begins to bleed into the water. In the distance, you see a glow that is different from the animal lights. It is a steady, golden red hue. You are approaching the black smokers, hydrothermal vents where the Earth's crust is thin. Imagine these towering chimneys of mineral and rock, standing like ancient ruins on the seafloor. They spew water that is hot enough to melt lead, yet the surrounding ocean is near freezing. In this clash of fire and ice, life thrives. You see white crabs scuttling over the rocks and giant tube worms with bright red plumes, swaying in the mineral-rich currents like grass in a midnight wind. It is a garden at the end of the world, fueled not by the sun, but by the raw, volcanic heart of the earth itself. Were you aware that these hydrothermal vents are home to ecosystems that don't need the sun to survive? They rely on a process called chemosynthesis, leading many scientists to believe that life on Earth, and perhaps on other frozen moons in our solar system, may have actually started in these dark, boiling depths. You leave the warmth of the vents behind and drift toward the vast, open floor. This is the abyssal plain. It is the largest habitat on Earth, and it is a place of total, unchanging stillness. The floor is covered in ooze, a thick, silken layer of sediment that has been accumulating for millions of years. Imagine touching the floor. Your hand would sink into a dust that is softer than the finest velvet. This is the Museum of Time. Every grain of sand, every microscopic shell, has spent centuries drifting down to rest here. There are no tracks in this dust, no paths. It is a desert of perfect peace. You settle just above the floor, hovering in the weightless dark. You have reached the bottom of the world, where the only movement is the slow, tectonic breathing of the planet beneath you. Did you know that the abyssal plain covers more than 50% of the Earth's surface? It is a vast, silent wilderness that remains almost entirely unexplored. containing more secrets and undiscovered history than all the museums on the surface combined. The abyssal plain begins to drop away beneath you. You have reached the edge of a great tectonic scar in the Earth's crust, the Hadal Zone. Named after the realm of the unseen, this is a place where the mountains of the Earth are turned upside down. Imagine yourself drifting over the lip of a canyon so deep that its bottom is another 7,000 meters below. As you begin this final, deepest descent, the silence changes. It becomes more profound, more absolute. The water here is incredibly dense, holding you with a firm, unyielding pressure that feels like a heavy silk wrap. You are entering a landscape of sheer rock walls and narrow chasms. In the dark, your imagination begins to paint the cliffs, massive, ancient, and draped in the dust of eons. You are no longer just in the ocean, you are inside the earth itself. Feel the weight of the miles of water above you, serving as a shield, protecting you from every worry and every sound of the world of light. Did you know that the Hadal Zone consists mostly of deep-sea trenches formed by tectonic plates sliding underneath one another? These trenches are so deep that if you placed Mount Everest at the bottom, there would still be over 2 kilometers of water covering its peak. In this extreme depth, life does not look like life as we know it. It is ethereal and translucent. You see a snailfish, the deepest living fish ever recorded. It is pale, almost pink, with skin so thin you can see its inner workings. It moves with a ghostly grace, untroubled by the immense weight of the abyss. Visualize this small, delicate creature. It has no scales, no armor. It survives by being as fluid as the water itself. It does not fight the pressure, it embraces it. Watching it drift, you feel a sense of total surrender. If this fragile being can find peace in the most extreme environment on Earth, you too can find peace in this moment of rest. You are learning the secret of the trenches, that true strength comes from letting go. Your thoughts become as fluid and transparent as the snailfish, drifting aimlessly through the quiet dark. Were you aware that creatures in the Hadal Zone have evolved specialized proteins and piezolites, small molecules that prevent their cells and membranes from being crushed by the intense pressure? This allows them to remain soft and flexible even under the weight of an entire ocean. You are now 6,000 meters down. The walls of the trench are closing in, creating a narrow corridor of stone. Here, you can feel the Earth's internal energy. Every few minutes, a low, subsonic thrum vibrates through the water. This is the sound of the plates moving, the slow, tectonic breathing of the world. It is a sound that is felt rather than heard. It is a deep, grounding frequency that resonates in your chest, anchoring you to the very foundation of the planet. This is the heartbeat of the Earth. It has been beating for billions of years, steady and slow. You align your own pulse to this ancient rhythm. There is no hurry here. There is no time. There is only the rock, the water, and the steady, eternal thrum of the deep. You are resting at the source of all things. Did you know that the trenches of the Hadal Zone are actually the world's largest carbon sinks? Tiny particles of organic matter fall into these deep traps and are eventually pulled into the Earth's mantle, meaning these silent canyons play a critical role in keeping our planet's atmosphere in balance. You have reached the deepest point of the voyage, the floor of the trench. The water here is incredibly still, almost frozen in time. The temperature is just above freezing, a constant, unchanging cold that numbs the mind in the most peaceful way possible. Imagine lying back on the fine, white sediment of the trench floor. It is softer than a cloud, more supportive than any bed. Above you is 11,000 meters of water, a vast, dark cathedral of peace. You are the only observer in a world that has never seen the sun. The silence here is a living thing. It wraps around you, filling your ears, settling your heart. You have completed the descent. You are at the very bottom of the world, where there is nothing left to do, nowhere left to go, and nothing to be but still. You are safe. You are held. You are deep within the Museum of Silence. Were you aware that fewer people have visited the bottom of the deepest trenches than have walked on the surface of the moon? To reach this point in your visualization is to enter a sanctuary of isolation that is truly one of a kind, offering a level of quiet that exists nowhere else in the known universe. You are now resting at the deepest point of the sanctuary. The descent is over, and the stillness has become absolute. Visualize the miles of water resting above you. Feel its gentle, massive weight not as a burden, but as a protective layer, pressing away the noise of the surface world. Every muscle in your body is now invited to surrender completely. Your legs feel heavy, like smooth stones resting on the silken floor of the trench. Your arms are weightless, drifting in the cold, dense current. Your jaw is soft, your eyes are heavy, and your breath is as slow as the movement of the tectonic plates beneath you. You are no longer watching the ocean, you are becoming the ocean. The boundary between your body and the water is fading. You are part of the vast, dark, unmoving deep. Were you aware that at these depths, the water is so compressed by gravity that it is actually more dense than the water at the surface? This density creates a unique physical sensation of thick silence, which many researchers find to be one of the most effective natural environments for triggering deep, restorative sleep. In this perfect dark, your mind begins to create its own soft light. Imagine tiny, floating orbs of gold and silver drifting across your inner vision. These are not thoughts, they are just ripples of energy, like the bioluminescence of the deep. Watch them as they move, slowly, aimlessly, glowing for a moment before fading back into the velvet black. You don't need to follow them. You don't need to understand them. You are simply the observer of your own quiet mind. The more you watch these soft, rhythmic pulses of light, the more your brainwaves slow down, matching the 0.5 Hz pulse of the deep sea floor. You are drifting into the realm where dreams begin, a place where logic ends and the peaceful mystery of the abyss takes over. Did you know that deep-sea creatures often use a biological process called counterillumination? They glow from beneath to match the faint light coming from above, making them invisible to anyone below. In the same way, as you drift into sleep, your conscious mind begins to blend into the shadows, becoming invisible to the worries of the waking world. Even here, at the bottom of the world, there is a very slow, very gentle current. It is the abyssal current, a river of ice-cold water that has traveled for thousands of years to reach you. It moves at less than 1 centimeter per second. Imagine this current washing over you. It is carrying away the fragments of your day, the conversations, the to-do lists, the memories of the sun. It washes them away, leaving you clean and still. You are floating in a river of time that has no end and no beginning. There is no tomorrow in the abyss. There is no yesterday. There is only the now of the water. You are being carried by a force much larger than yourself, a global rhythm that has been flowing since the first oceans formed on Earth. Were you aware that some of the water at the bottom of the deep sea trenches has not seen the sunlight since the Middle Ages? It has been on a 1,000-year journey through the darkness, moving in a slow, steady loop that helps regulate the entire life cycle of our planet. You are now a part of the Museum of Silence. In this place, every sound is muffled by the density of the deep. The only sound you can hear is the soft, rhythmic hum of the earth. It is a low, grounding frequency that vibrates to the very core of your being. Let this hum fill your ears. It is the sound of absolute stability. The surface world may change, seasons may pass, and storms may rage, but down here, nothing ever changes. It is the ultimate sanctuary. You are tucked into the safest corner of the world, miles beneath the chaos. Your eyes are now fully closed, and the darkness of the room around you is the same as the darkness of the trench. You are home. You are deep. You are asleep. Did you know that the deep ocean is the quietest place on Earth? Yet it is also a place where low-frequency vibrations can be felt from thousands of miles away. This acoustic sanctuary is why many deep-sea species have evolved incredible sensitivity to vibration, allowing them to feel the very pulse of the planet's movements. As you drift along the base of the trench, the rocky walls begin to change. You are no longer surrounded by dark basalt, but by shimmering veins of quartz and white calcium. Imagine these walls rising up like the pillars of an ancient, submerged cathedral. In the absolute dark, even the faint light from a passing bioluminescent creature reflects off these crystals, creating a soft, dancing glow that looks like moonlight hitting a frozen lake. You are moving through a gallery of minerals that have been growing, atom by atom, for millions of years in the crushing weight. Feel the permanence of this place. The crystals do not rush. They do not strive. They simply exist, becoming more beautiful with every passing century. You allow your own mind to mirror this stillness, becoming a quiet reflection of the ancient stone. Were you aware that at these extreme depths, the intense pressure in mineral-rich water can create giant crystal forests? Some of these structures grow into perfect geometric shapes that are impossible to find on the surface, creating a literal treasure map of geological history that remains untouched by human hands. In the distance, you see the silhouettes of the white smokers. These are hydrothermal vents made of barium and silicon, rising from the sea floor like towers of bone. They do not spew black smoke, but a shimmering, clear liquid that looks like liquid gold in the dark. Visualize the heat from these vents mixing with the near-freezing water. It creates a gentle, swirling haze, a thermal dance that looks like heat waves on a desert road. As you drift nearer, you feel a soft, pulsing warmth against your skin. It is the breath of the Earth's core, reaching out to the sea. You hover in this warmth, feeling every remaining bit of tension in your muscles melt away. You are being bathed in the Earth's own energy, a soothing, mineral-rich embrace that lulls you deeper into your dream. Did you know that the water coming out of these hydrothermal vents can reach temperatures of over 700 degrees Fahrenheit? However, because the pressure at the bottom of the ocean is so immense, the water cannot boil. Instead, it remains a superheated liquid that carries rare minerals from the Earth's mantle into the ocean. Nestled among the crystal rocks, you find a colony of glass sponges. They look like delicate, intricate vases woven from the finest silk. They are made of silica, the same material as glass, and they act as the silent filters of the deep. Imagine the water passing through these glass lattices. It is a process that happens in total silence, yet you can almost imagine a faint, crystalline chime as the currents move through them. These sponges can live for over 10,000 years, standing unmoving while empires rise and fall far above. You match your presence to theirs. You are a silent observer in a fragile world. Your breathing is now so light, so effortless, that you feel as if you too are made of glass and moonlight, perfectly clear and perfectly still. Were you aware that glass sponges are among the longest-lived animals on the planet? Some colonies found in the deep ocean are estimated to be over 11,000 years old, meaning they were already ancient when the first pyramids were being built in Egypt. The warmth of the vents begins to fade as the current carries you back into the vast, open dark. You are moving toward the center of the trench, where the silence is the heaviest. The crystal walls disappear behind you, leaving you in a void of pure, unblemished shadow. This is the transition point. You are moving from the world of images into the world of pure rest. Your mind is no longer looking for shapes in the dark, it is resting in the dark itself. Every heartbeat is a slow, heavy drop of water hitting a deep pool. The pressure above you, the stillness around you, and the warmth within you have merged into a single sensation of being. You are sinking into the delta waves of deep sleep, where the ocean of the mind meets the ocean of the world. You are sinking. You are drifting. You are gone. Did you know that the human brain, when in deep sleep, produces waves that mimic the low-frequency vibrations found in the deep ocean? By listening to the slow, rhythmic sounds of the abyss, we can actually entrain our brains to fall into these deeper sleep states more quickly and stay there longer. As you hover in the velvet darkness of the lower trench, a massive shadow begins to move above you. It is a sperm whale, a giant of the surface that has descended miles into the dark to hunt and to rest. Visualize it hanging vertically in the water, perfectly still, like a great monolith suspended in space. It does not move its fins. It does not struggle. It is in a state of drift diving, a form of sleep where it surrenders entirely to the buoyancy of the deep. Its massive heart beats only a few times per minute. You find yourself drifting alongside this giant, matching your breath to its immense, slow rhythm. You feel the scale of its peace. If a creature this large can find such absolute stillness in the heart of the abyss, you can allow your own mind to settle into that same vast, unmoving quiet. Were you aware that sperm whales are known to sleep vertically in the water column, completely motionless for short bursts? They enter a state of such deep sleep that they often don't react to ships passing nearby, proving that even the most powerful creatures on Earth require moments of total, weightless surrender. The whale releases a single, low-frequency click, a sound that travels through the water like a physical ripple. You feel the vibration move through you, a deep, resonant hum that seems to clear away any remaining static in your mind. This is the sonar of the deep, a sound that maps the world without ever needing light. Imagine this sound traveling outward, hitting the distant canyon walls and returning as a soft, rhythmic echo. The ocean is talking to itself in the dark. You are floating in the center of this conversation, a silent witness to the echoes of the earth. The vibration is grounding, pulling you deeper into your mattress, deeper into the heavy feeling of sleep where your limbs feel like they are made of the same ancient, unmoving stone as the sea floor. Did you know that the clicks produced by sperm whales are the loudest sounds made by any animal on Earth? These sounds can reach 230 decibels, louder than a jet engine. But in the dense water of the deep, they are felt more as a deep, rhythmic vibration that can travel across entire ocean basins. Beneath the sleeping giants, the sea floor is alive with the midnight bloom. You see colonies of sea lilies, animals that look like delicate flowers, swaying in a current that moves slower than a human heartbeat. They have been here for millions of years, unchanged since the time of the dinosaurs. Visualize their petals opening in the dark, catching the invisible particles of the marine snow. There is no urgency in their movement. They have all the time in the world. You allow your thoughts to become like these lilies, rooted in the stillness, swaying gently in the dark, untroubled by the world of light above. The midnight bloom is a reminder that life doesn't always have to be about movement. Sometimes, the greatest growth happens in the deepest stillness. Were you aware that sea lilies, or crinoids, have survived 5 mass extinction events over the last 480 million years? Their secret to survival is their simplicity and their ability to exist in the stable, unchanging environment of the deep sea, where the chaos of the surface world cannot reach them. You have reached the 2-hour mark of your voyage. You are now fully integrated into the abyss. The air, the sun, and the noise of the land are no longer even a memory. There is only the cool, dark weight of the water and the steady, grounding pulse of the planet. As we move into the second half of our journey, the narration will begin to fade, leaving more space for the sounds of the deep to take over. You are entering the realm of Deep Delta, where the mind and the ocean become one. Imagine the water wrapping you in a final, velvet embrace. You are sinking past the point of dreams, into a place of pure, restorative blackness. Sleep now. Let the deep hold you. You are home. Did you know that after the first 2 hours of sleep, the human body enters its most critical phase of physical repair? By keeping your environment dark and maintaining low-frequency sounds, like the ones we have experienced tonight, you are allowing your heart rate and body temperature to remain in the perfect, deep sea state required for total rejuvenation. The first half of our journey is behind us. You are now a permanent inhabitant of the deep. There is no more descending, no more moving. There is only to drift. Imagine yourself suspended in a vast, dark chamber of water that feels as soft as silk. Every breath you take is now a part of the ocean's own tide. In and out. You are weightless. You are nameless. You are simply a point of consciousness resting in the greatest silence on earth. The pressure around you is a perfect, warm cocoon, protecting your sleep from the world above. Let go of the need to listen. Let the words just be a gentle hum in the background of your rest. Were you aware that at this time of night, your body temperature naturally drops to its lowest point? By visualizing the cool, stable depths of the Arctic Abyss, you are helping your biological clock align with this natural cooling process, making your sleep deeper and more restorative. In the distance, a slow pulse of light. It is a combat jellyfish, miles away, flickering like a dying star. You watch it with heavy eyes. It pulses, then fades. It pulses again, then vanishes. Your thoughts are doing the same. They flicker for a moment, and then they dissolve into the dark. There is nothing to hold on to. There is nothing to figure out. The water is the only reality. It is heavy. It is dark. It is still. You are sinking into the mattress as if it were the soft, ancient ooze of the sea floor itself. Deep, deeper, into the velvet black. Did you know that bioluminescence in the deep sea often follows a rhythmic pattern that mimics the slow delta waves of the human brain during deep sleep? These natural light pulses act as a visual metronome, helping to quiet the mind's internal chatter. Listen to the silence. It isn't empty. It is filled with the low, grounding frequency of the earth. It is a sound that lives below hearing, a vibration that you feel in your bones. Imagine this vibration as a soft, heavy blanket being laid over you. It settles over your feet, your legs, your chest. It is the sound of the world at rest. Miles above, the wind may howl across the ice, but down here, nothing moves, The silence is a shield. It is a sanctuary. You are tucked away in the deepest gallery of the world, where time has stopped moving entirely. Were you aware that the brown noise frequencies found in deep sea environments are highly effective at masking peak noises, like a car outside or a floor creak, that might otherwise wake you up? This constant, low-frequency hum creates a wall of sound that protects your slumber. You are no longer a passenger. You are the deep. Your mind has become as vast and as quiet as the Arctic basin. Every worry has been washed away by the slow, salty currents of the abyss. You are resting in the Museum of Stillness. There are no shadows here, because there is no light. There are no echoes, because there is no noise. There is only you, and the infinite, supportive dark. Sink into it. Let the water take your weight. Let the darkness take your thoughts. You are deep, so deep, fast asleep. Did you know that during deep sleep, the brain actually shrinks slightly to allow cerebrospinal fluid to wash away toxins? This nocturnal cleaning is much like the slow currents of the deep sea floor, moving through the canyons to keep the environment pure and still. Deep, deeper still. You are now so far removed from the world of light that the concept of surface has vanished. Imagine the earth beneath the trench floor. It is warm, steady, and ancient. You are resting on the very skin of the planet. Feel the vibration of the mantle. It is a slow, rhythmic thrum, the lowest note on the world's instrument. This frequency is a physical embrace. It pulls the last bit of tension from your spine. You are anchored. You are grounded. The miles of water above are a soft, heavy weight that keeps you perfectly in place. There is no need to move. There is only the hum, the dark, and the rest. Were you aware that the Earth has a natural frequency called the Schumann resonance? While it originates in the atmosphere, its low-frequency pulses are felt most clearly in the stable, quiet depths of the ocean, acting as a natural heartbeat for all living things. Visualize the marine snow once more. But now, imagine it is not snow, but stardust. Tiny fragments of the universe drifting through the water, settling on the floor around you. Every flake is a moment of time. You are watching the slow accumulation of eternity. Your thoughts are like these flakes, drifting, turning slowly in the dark, and eventually settling into a silken, quiet layer of sleep. The blizzard is silent. The blizzard is warm. It covers your mind in a soft, white blanket of nothing. You are fading into the landscape. You are becoming the dust. You are becoming the floor. You are becoming the dream. Did you know that the sediment at the bottom of the deep ocean is often composed of cosmic spherules, tiny particles of meteors that burned up in the atmosphere millions of years ago? When you rest at the bottom of the ocean, you are literally resting on a bed of stars. Your body is no longer a solid thing. In the immense pressure of the Hadal zone, you have become fluid. You are the water. You flow into the cracks of the canyon walls. You wrap around the ancient glass sponges. There is no boundary between you and the abyss. This is the ultimate freedom. No shape to hold, no weight to carry. You are expanding into the vastness of the Arctic basin. It is cold, but you are warm. It is dark, but you are clear. You are drifting through the blue gallery of the subconscious, where every memory is just a soft, distant bubble rising toward a surface that no longer exists. Were you aware that human beings are made of approximately 60% water, and the mineral composition of our blood is strikingly similar to that of the ancient primordial ocean? This is why the sound of the deep sea feels so inherently right to our nervous system. It is a return to our earliest home. Time has dissolved. In the deep trenches, there are no days and no nights. There is only the eternal now. The water doesn't change. The light doesn't return. This is a sanctuary that time forgot. Allow yourself to exist in this gap between seconds. Your breath is so slow now, it is almost imperceptible. Your heart is a distant drum in a deep cave. You have reached the center of the labyrinth. There is nothing left to hear but the silence. And the silence is beautiful. You are sinking, falling, drifting into a dreamless sleep that will last as long as the ocean itself. Sleep. Deep. Sleep. Did you know that at the very bottom of the ocean, the temperature and chemistry are so stable that change only occurs over thousands of years? This absolute environmental stability is the perfect biological signal to the human brain that it is safe to descend into the deepest possible stages of REM and slow-wave sleep. As you drift deeper into the third hour of our voyage, the landscape around you shifts once more. We are moving along the lower slopes of a subterranean mountain range, an underwater cathedral built of basalt and obsidian. Imagine these peaks rising thousands of feet from the floor, their jagged edges softened by a layer of silken sediment that has fallen like ash for millions of years. The darkness here is thick, almost tactile, like a heavy velvet curtain. You aren't just moving through the water, you are becoming part of its structure. Feel the immense weight of the ocean above you. 5 miles of liquid peace, serving as a barrier between you and the noise of the world. There is no wind here. There are no storms. There is only the slow, eternal movement of the deep sea currents, which move with the steady, unhurried pace of a mountain's breath. Your mind is invited to mirror this architecture, vast, silent, and immovable. Every thought that arises is like a tiny bubble, rising and disappearing long before it reaches the surface. Were you aware that the pressure at this depth is so great that if a submarine's hull had even a microscopic crack, the water would enter with the speed and force of a supersonic jet? Yet, The creatures that live here are so perfectly balanced with their environment that they feel as light as a feather, existing in a state of total, effortless equilibrium. Emerging from the darkness, you find yourself drifting through a garden of glass sponges. These are not like the sponges of the shallow reefs. They are intricate, hollow structures made of pure silica, the same substance as glass. They look like delicate, woven vases, some reaching 6 feet in height, glowing with a ghostly, translucent white light. Visualize the complexity of their latticework. It is a geometry of perfect peace. As the water passes through their glass bodies, it is filtered and cleaned. Imagine the sound this might make if you could hear it. A faint, crystalline shimmer, like wind moving through a chasm of ice. You are drifting between these ancient glass towers, careful not to disturb the silence. These organisms have been standing here since before the first cities were built on land. To be near them is to be near the very beginning of time. You feel your own breath slowing down to match the 1,000-year lifespan of the glass garden. You are clear. You are fragile. You are still. Did you know that glass sponges are often referred to as living fossils? They have been part of the Earth's oceans for over 500 million years. Because their skeletons are made of glass, they act as fiber optic cables, potentially channeling the faint pulses of bioluminescence to the deep sea floor to communicate with other colonies miles away. The floor beneath you begins to glow with a strange, metallic luster. You are passing over a nodule field, millions of small, dark stones composed of manganese, iron, and cobalt. These stones are not merely rocks, they are the ocean's memories, growing by only a few millimeters every million years. Imagine the patience of the Earth. These minerals have sat in this exact spot, in this exact darkness, while continents shifted and oceans rose and fell. You feel the weight of this patience. It settles into your bones. There is no hurry in the abyss. There is no soon and no later. There is only the steady, unchanging present. You are resting on a bed of minerals that was forged in the heart of stars and settled here at the bottom of the world. Let the grounding energy of these stones pull you deeper into your bed. You are heavy. You are anchored. You are part of the Earth's slow, metallic pulse. Were you aware that these manganese nodules are one of the slowest growing geological phenomena on the planet? It can take over 10 million years for a single nodule to grow the size of a marble. They are a literal physical record of the passage of time, existing in a world where 1,000 years is but a single heartbeat. The mineral fields fade back into the velvet dark as the current pulls you toward the deepest center of the trench. You are entering the Hadal Plain, the final frontier. Here, the water is at its coldest, nearly freezing, yet it never turns to ice because of the intense pressure. This cold is not sharp or biting, it is a numbing, peaceful coolness that settles your nervous system. Imagine it washing over your forehead, cooling your thoughts, and quieting the last echoes of your day. You are now at the limit of human imagination. Below you is the crust of the earth. Above you is the weight of an entire world. You are tucked into the smallest, quietest corner of existence. The narration is beginning to stretch thin now, like a distant echo. The silence is taking over. You are drifting, deeper than dreams, into the heavy, sapphire heart of the night. Sleep now. The ocean has you. Did you know that the Hadal Zone is named after Hades, the Greek god of the underworld? However, for those who seek sleep, it is not a place of darkness, but a place of absolute sanctuary, a realm where no light, no sound, and no stress can ever penetrate the 5 miles of protective blue water. The surface world is now a distant memory, a flicker of light from a life lived long ago. Here, in the deep Arctic basin, you are caught in the embrace of the deep western boundary current. This is a river within the ocean, a slow-moving column of water that began its journey near the North Pole and is now carrying you southward toward the equator. Imagine the scale of this movement. It is not a rushing stream or a crashing wave. It is a massive, silent migration of water, moving at a pace so slow that it takes a human lifetime to travel just a fraction of its length. You are floating within this current, your body perfectly aligned with its flow. There is no resistance. There is no effort. You are being carried by the momentum of the planet itself. Feel the liquid weight around your limbs, a heavy, cold silk that supports every inch of your frame. You are part of a 1,000-year journey, a passenger on a tide that was set in motion before you were born and will continue long after you wake. Every breath you take is a ripple in this ancient river. Were you aware that the water at this depth is so old that it contains a different chemical signature than the water at the surface? Scientists call this deep water, and it acts as a time capsule, holding the atmospheric conditions of the Earth from centuries ago, preserved in the cold and the dark, far beneath the reach of the seasons. As you drift with the current, the walls of the trench begin to narrow, creating a natural amphitheater of stone. Listen to the sound of the deep. It is not empty silence, it is an acoustic cathedral. Far off in the distance, you might hear the low, subsonic moan of a tectonic plate shifting, a sound so deep it vibrates in your chest rather than your ears. Visualize these sound waves traveling through the dense, heavy water. Because the water here is so cold and under such immense pressure, sound doesn't fade, it rings. It carries for thousands of miles. You are hearing the echoes of the underworld, the grinding of rocks, the thermal hiss of a distant vent, and the faint, rhythmic pulse of the ocean's heartbeat. This soundscape is the ultimate lullaby. It is a constant, unchanging drone that masks every noise of the waking world. It builds a wall of sound around your bed, a barrier of deep-sea resonance that protects your peace. You are sinking into the frequency of the earth, letting the low hum of the abyss vibrate you into a state of total, dreamless surrender. Did you know that there is a specific layer in the ocean called the SOFAR channel, sound fixing and ranging channel? In this layer, the speed of sound is at its minimum, which causes sound waves to be trapped and channeled over vast distances. A single low-frequency sound made in the Arctic can be detected by sensors near the Antarctic, making the ocean a giant, liquid telephone. The floor beneath you changes again. It is no longer rock or mineral, but a vast, undulating desert of blue carbon. This is the final resting place for the giants of the sea. When a whale reaches the end of its life, it descends here in what is known as a whale fall. Imagine the scene, not as something sad, but as a masterpiece of nature's recycling. A single whale fall creates a burst of life in the desert of the abyss that can last for 100 years. You drift past the white, bleached bones of a leviathan, now home to rare deep-sea anemones and delicate white crabs. It is a monument to the cycle of the world. Everything that begins at the surface eventually finds peace and purpose here in the dark. You feel the profound stability of this cycle. Nothing is ever truly lost. It simply changes form and settles into the quiet. You are settling too. You are finding your own place of rest on the silken floor of the deep. You are a part of the carbon, the bone, and the blue. You are becoming the very foundation of the sea. Were you aware that the deep ocean floor is the largest storehouse of carbon on our planet? By capturing and holding organic matter for thousands of years, the abyss prevents that carbon from entering the atmosphere, making the silent deep-sea trenches our most powerful defense against a warming world. The current slows as you reach a wide, flat basin. Here, the water is almost entirely still. This is the absolute zero of the mind. In this place, there are no more images to see and no more stories to follow. The darkness is so complete that your internal eyes can finally rest. Visualize your thoughts as small grains of silt. One by one, they have been falling through the water for hours. Now, they are reaching the bottom. They settle into the soft, white ooze of the floor. Your mind is becoming as flat and as calm as the Hadal Plain. There is a deep, heavy coldness that is surprisingly comfortable. It is the cold of a fresh sheet, the cold of a winter night tucked under a heavy quilt. You are drifting into the final stages of your voyage. The narration is slowing, the words becoming farther and farther apart. You are no longer a visitor. You are an inhabitant of the midnight. Sleep is no longer coming. Sleep is already here. You are the deep. You are the dark. You are still. Did you know that the deepest parts of the ocean are so isolated that they have remained virtually unchanged for millions of years? While the surface world experiences ice ages, heat waves, and cataclysms, the environment at 36,000 feet remains a constant, freezing sanctuary of stability, making it the most reliable place on Earth for life to remain undisturbed. We are moving through the deepest phase of the night. Here, for miles below the surface, You encounter the ghost currents. These are thin, invisible ribbons of water that move independently of the great conveyor belt. They are like a submerged wind, weaving through the jagged peaks of the Hadal Trenches. Imagine these currents as cool, liquid silk brushing against your skin. They don't push you, they guide you. They carry the faint chemical sense of minerals from the Earth's crust, the smell of ancient iron and cold sulfur. You are drifting in a world where the water is so old it has forgotten the taste of oxygen. Every movement you make is cushioned by the density of the abyss. Feel the drag of the water on your hands and feet, a slow, heavy resistance that makes every motion feel like a dream. You are not just floating, you are being woven into the fabric of the deep. The ghost wind is singing a subsonic song, a frequency so low it bypasses your ears and settles directly into your heart, grounding you to the very center of the planet. Were you aware that even at the bottom of the deepest trenches, the water is never truly still? These abyssal storms are slow-motion eddies that can last for weeks, stirring up the fine silken dust of the sea floor and creating dust clouds that hang in the dark for decades before settling once more into the silence. As you descend further into the narrowest part of the trench, the walls seem to lean in. This is the Museum of Pressure. Here, the weight of the water is no longer a concept, it is a physical embrace. Visualize the molecules of water being squeezed together, becoming tighter and more orderly. This pressure is your protector. It holds your ribcage steady. It tells your heart that it can beat slower, for the ocean is doing the work of holding you together. Imagine your thoughts being subjected to the same pressure. The unnecessary ones, the worries of the day, the plans for tomorrow, are squeezed out, leaving only the essential, quiet core of your being. You are becoming a diamond of the deep, compact, clear, and indestructible. The darkness here isn't an absence of light. It is a presence of peace. It is a thick, protective layer that ensures nothing from the surface can ever disturb the sanctuary you have built at the bottom of the world. Did you know that the pressure at 36,000 feet is over 16,000 pounds per square inch? If you were to drop a solid piece of wood to this depth, the pressure would squeeze the air out of the cellular structure so completely that the wood would shrink to half its size and become as dense and heavy as a stone. The marine snow has changed. Here, near the very floor of the world, the particles are smaller, finer, and they catch the faint, dying light of a distant anglerfish. The snowfall looks like glowing dust, a blizzard of emerald and sapphire sparks falling through a liquid sky. Imagine yourself lying back and letting this stardust fall onto you. It covers your eyes. It covers your chest. It is a blanket of living light that creates no heat. You are being buried in the history of the ocean. Each flake is a story that has reached its conclusion. As the snow settles, it fills the cracks in the rocks and the hollows of the sea floor, smoothing everything over into a landscape of perfect, white dunes. Your mind is following suit. The jagged edges of your consciousness are being smoothed over by the falling snow. You are becoming a soft, white hill of sleep, untroubled and still, resting beneath a sky of black water. Were you aware that marine snow is the primary source of food for the entire deep ocean ecosystem? It is a constant rain of energy that connects the sunlit world of the surface to the eternal night of the abyss, ensuring that even in the darkest, most isolated places on Earth, life is never truly alone. You have reached the final layer. Beneath the silken ooze of the floor lies the crust, and beneath that, the heat of the earth. You can feel the warmth now, a faint, golden hum rising through the sediment. You are resting on the cradle of the world. This is the point of no return for your wakefulness. The transition into deep REM sleep is like the final inch of the descent. You are touching the bedrock of existence. The narration is becoming a part of the background hum, no more important than the sound of the water. Your eyes are locked in a heavy, peaceful stare into the void. There is no you left. There is only the ocean, the weight, and the warmth. You are sinking through the floor, through the crust, and into the heart of the planet. Sleep is the ocean you are drowning in, a drowning of peace, a drowning of silence. You are home. You are deep. You are gone. Did you know that the Earth's crust is at its thinnest beneath the deep ocean trenches? In some places, the distance between the cold water of the abyss and the molten rock of the mantle is only a few miles, creating a unique environment where the most extreme cold and the most extreme heat on the planet exist just a short distance from one another. You have reached the deepest hour of the night. Here, 36,000 feet below the world of clocks and schedules, time does not exist. It has been replaced by the infinite stillness. Imagine yourself as a statue carved from the dark basalt of the trench walls. You are part of the Earth's architecture. The water here is so still it feels solid, like a cool, heavy block of sapphire holding you in place. Every muscle, every fiber of your being has been claimed by the abyss. Your heart beats with the slow, deliberate rhythm of a deep-sea giant, once, and then a long silence, and then again. There is no urgency to the next breath. There is no hurry for the next moment. You are resting in the Museum of Time, a place where 1,000 years passes like a single blink of an eye. The weight of the ocean is your blanket, and the darkness of the trench is your sanctuary. You are perfectly, beautifully, and finally, still. Were you aware that the deep ocean is so stable that if you were to leave a footprint in the silken sediment of the abyssal plain, it would likely remain exactly as you left it for decades, perhaps centuries? Without the wind or strong surface currents to wash it away, the deep sea is a perfect vault of history, where every moment is preserved in the mud. Listen past the silence. Deep within the stone beneath you, the earth is humming. It is a low, subsonic frequency, the sound of the planet's slow, tectonic heartbeat. It is a sound that was born when the oceans first filled the basins of the world. Visualize this vibration rising through the water, passing through your body like a gentle wave. It is the sound of absolute stability. While the surface world may change, while empires rise and fall, and while storms rearrange the coastlines, this pulse remains the same. It is the grounding cord that connects you to the heart of the earth. Let this vibration fill your mind until there is no room for thoughts. There is only the hum, the steady, ancient thrum of the deep. You are a single drop of water in an infinite ocean, and the ocean is at peace. Did you know that the earth actually rings like a bell after a large earthquake? These low-frequency vibrations, known as Earth's hum, can be detected by sensitive instruments at the bottom of the ocean for weeks after an event, echoing through the trenches in a constant, ghostly song that reminds us of the planet's living energy. The boundary between you and the water has now completely vanished. You are no longer in the ocean. You are the ocean. You are the cold, clear water of the Arctic. You are the dark, jagged walls of the Mariana Trench. You are the ancient, silken dust of the floor. Imagine your consciousness expanding. It is spreading outward, filling the canyons, rising slowly through the twilight zone, and stretching across the vast abyssal plains. You are 5 miles deep and 1,000 miles wide. Your mind is a blue-black void, vast and empty and beautiful. There is nothing to fear in this emptiness, for it is the emptiness of a clean slate. Every worry you once had is now a tiny grain of sand, buried under miles of water, silent and forgotten. You are drifting in the eternal now, where the only thing that exists is the feeling of being held, and the feeling of being deep. Were you aware that in the deepest parts of the ocean, the water pressure is so consistent and the darkness so total that many organisms have lost the ability to perceive time at all? They live in a state of perpetual present, their biological rhythms dictated only by the slow, internal chemistry of their bodies and the ancient pulse of the sea. The voyage is complete. You have traveled from the sunlit surface to the silent heart of our planet. You have descended through the ice, the blue, and the black, to find the peace that exists only in the abyss. As the last of my words fade away, the ocean will remain. The sound of the water will continue to hold you. The weight of the deep will continue to protect you. You are at the bottom of the world, tucked into the safest, quietest sanctuary in the universe. Your eyes are heavy, your heart is slow, and the dark is your friend. There is nothing left to do but let the last ripple of thought disappear. You are deep. You are asleep. You are home. Sleep now. Sleep. Deep sleep. Did you know that the word abyss comes from the Greek word abyssos, which means bottomless? To fall asleep to the sounds of the deep is to surrender to a bottomless peace. A rest that goes as deep as the ocean itself, carrying you safely through the night until the sun returns to the surface once more. The voyage has reached its destination. You are no longer a visitor. You are the deep. The water has claimed your weight. The silence has claimed your mind. There is no more to see. There is no more to hear. You are safe in the heart of the world. Rest now. The ocean remains. The dark is your sanctuary. Sleep.